Green Bay Packers just lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. Final score was 10-7. They now lose back-to-back home games. One against Carolina, one against Philadelphia. And all three of their losses have come with 16 points allowed or less. This team's got a problem. And they only now have 7 weeks left of the season, 8 weeks left of the season to figure it out. And we're going to instant react to everything we saw tonight. But before I tell you what I think about this game, I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me what you think about this game. It's an open-ended question, but feel free to use the comment section as a venting method. Why did the Packers lose to the Eagles? Okay? I get it. It could be a big answer. There's no word count in the comment section. You let me know down below and put on that analyst hat. Let me know why the Packers lost to the Eagles. My 5 takeaways. Number 1, it was a bad game from Matt LaFleur and from Jordan Love. Namely, Matt LaFleur. I think that he just is not putting this team in situations to win football games. I think his play calling in the first half was far too conservative, and then he chooses to be aggressive in the weirdest times, like a 4th and 9. Why are we going for it there? It's just, it's head-scratching things, head-scratching play calls, head-scratching decisions. And he's putting his quarterback in bad situations. He's putting this offense, this team, in bad situations day in and day out. And then even Jordan Love, I'm not going to say it's all on Matt LaFleur because I thought Jordan Love did not have a great night either. I thought this was probably Love's worst game of the year. Now, he ended up with a fine completion percentage, 176 yards, which is wild because I think he went into halftime with 40 or something like that. It just was a bad day for him. Looked like he was seeing ghosts. Looked like he was a deer in the headlights. I don't know if you guys are big college football fans, but do you remember Kellen Mond when he was at Texas A&M about 4 or 5 years ago? It seemed like every single snap, this was him in the shotgun. Eyes wide open, looking around at all the other SEC linebackers on the other side of the line of scrimmage. That's how Jordan Love felt to me tonight. He didn't feel confident. He didn't feel like he was a guy who's been a starter for 3 years. He didn't feel like he was a $50 million quarterback. Didn't look like that. He looked shaken. And I don't know why. We're going to talk a lot on today's show. Trust me, I'll get into special teams. I'll get into Josh Jacobs. But I want to start off by saying I thought Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love both had probably their worst games of the season. Number 2, the defense was phenomenal. Hats off to the defense, just like they've been pretty much all year long. Again, the 3 losses you have against Cleveland, Carolina, and now Philadelphia have all come with you allowing 16 points or less. And tonight's, you only allowed 10 points. I said in the middle of that football game, when the score was 3-0 at the time, the Eagles had the ball, I looked over at producer Gage and I said, Gage, no matter what happens, I will not blame tonight on the defense. Did Evan Williams get moss? Yeah, sure, he did. Guess what? I don't really care. I don't. They made play after play, stop after stop, tackle after tackle. They kept coming in clutch time after time after time. And they're the only reason that this offense even had a chance all game long. Were they perfect? No. I'll get into more of that in my 5th takeaway. But man, thought Quay Walker had a good game. Thought Keyshawn Nixon, Carrington Valentine, Devontae Wyatt was phenomenal. Edgerrin Cooper looked great. Man, hats off to Jeff Hafley in this group because without them, oh my goodness, you would have lost this game 30-7. Because your offense was absolutely non-existent. You know who else might as well have been non-existent? Brandon McManus. And that's my 3rd takeaway. Horrible special teams managing from this coaching staff. From Rich Bisaccia, Matt LaFleur. If Rich Bisaccia has a job come February, I don't even know. I don't want to say anything because I fear that he will. There's just no way. Brandon McManus, Matt LaFleur, very smart-assly, talked about it in his press conference on Friday. And he said to the beat reporters, I think you guys took what I said a little bit out of context, that there was a kicker competition. We've got kicker competitions every single week. Brandon McManus is going to be the guy. Well, Matt, you know why the people who cover this team took that out of context? Because they've been waiting for you to say that all damn season long. Since after the bye week, when Brandon McManus got injured, was rushed back, and is now 5-for-9 with kicking field goals? Maybe that, Matt, is why we took it out of context. Why is he even in the lineup? Why is he even in the lineup, Matt LaFleur? It makes no sense. You don't trust him from 57. You don't trust him for 58. You go for it in both of those scenarios while you have Lucas Haversick, the franchise record holder for longest field goal made, sitting on the bench, inactive. It makes no sense whatsoever. And then, of course, Brandon McManus steps out there to attempt that field goal, and that ball now is sitting in Lake Michigan. That's where that ball is. Nowhere close. Sure, it was 64 yards. That would have been his career long by 3. That would have been the career record, the franchise record for the Green Bay Packers. I'm not mad that he missed it. I'm mad that he hit it 70 yards left and that he was even put in that situation. It's not Brandon McManus' fault. We cannot blame him for this. It's Matt LaFleur's fault, and it's Rich Bisaccia's fault. What's your one-word reaction to tonight's game against Philadelphia? Let me know in the comment section down below. Frustrating. That's mine, but you let me know yours. And with that, let's give you a word from our sponsor. Taking a quick break from the action to tell you guys about my favorite sponsor on today's show, and that is our friends over at Underdog. Football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Let's cut to the chase. If you download the app today and sign up with promo code Packers Report, you score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. Here's my prize picks lineup for, of course, Monday Night Football. Give me the higher on Jordan Love, 1.5 passing touchdowns. Took the lower on Saquon Barkley, 77.5 rush yards. And I took the higher on Luke Musgrave, 2.5 receptions. Download the app today and sign up with promo code Packers Report to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Packers Report. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older, 19 or older in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 or older in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/blanket terms_DFS_score for details. Offer now valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call 24/7-HOPE-LINE at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-1 467-369. All right, after I've taken a breather, some positives. Josh Jacobs is an absolute man. Josh Jacobs is the only reason you had a pulse on the offensive side of the football. 21 carries, 74 yards, a touchdown, 3.4 yards a carry. He also was incredibly active as a receiving back as well, over 100 total yards. Again, the only reason you did anything, the only reason you were able to move the football, the only reason you were able to cross the 50, the only reason you were able to cross the end zone is because of Josh Jacobs. He's tough. He's fast. He makes guys miss. And he's doing all this with a really, really bad offensive line, too. He is still last in the National Football League in yards per carry before contact. There it is. Got there eventually. And, man, my hat's off to Josh Jacobs. He fought his ass off all night long, and really great stuff from him. And my final takeaway, I would love to see a little bit more from the pass rush. Okay. I get it. Micah Parsons was pressuring Jalen Hurts all night long. That's awesome. I want sacks. Sorry. I want sacks. Back-to-back games. No sacks. What's going on with that? Okay. Again, I said I'm not going to say anything bad about the offense or defense. And I'm not. This isn't bad about them. It's just me saying I would love more sacks from this defense. More pressure from this defense. Felt like Jalen Hurts had quite a bit to kind of sit back there, pat the ball, and deliver a throw. And I don't love that. I don't love that one bit. Okay? So, would love to see Rashawn Gary, Micah Parsons making a little bit more impact in terms of those sack numbers like they were for the first 3 weeks of this season. Those are my 5 takeaways. Bad game from Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love. Defense was phenomenal. Horrible special teams managing. Josh Jacobs is a man. Would love for more from the pass rush. That's it. Make sure to give me a grade for the Packers against the Eagles, A, B, C, D, or F. If I'm grading the offense, A. If I'm grading the defense, D-. If I'm grading them both together, probably C+. Maybe B-. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. We're going to get on out of here. Make sure you guys check in tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. We'll have a new video out for you, okay? We always got you covered daily right here on the Green Bay Packers Report. If you have not joined us yet, change that right now by hitting that subscribe button for daily free coverage of your favorite team in green and gold.